Welcome everyone to this Battle League game that sees Han taking on the Z95 Swarm. First up is Han with the Millennium Falcon upgrade. He's got Gunner, C3PO, Determination and Engine upgrade as well. He's going up against 5 Binati Pirates with no upgrades. Time to see how many asteroids we have on the field. Look. And it is 3 after I completely missed the box there. So here is placement, 23 asteroids, and Han and the Z95 set him up like that. Han has currently gone in between the 2 asteroids there, and the Z95s are split up, so we've got 2 here, 2 in the middle, and 1 on the outside flank. So let's get started, shall we? The Z95 is going first. These 2 are going 2 straight forwards. These 2 are going 4 straight forwards. And he is going 2 straight forwards. These guys just moved slightly up. These have moved up to there and focused. And he has moved slightly up. The ones who moved 2 aren't performing any actions. Han is going 4 straight forwards. Moving forwards, Han focuses for his action. Han is shooting at this Z95 at range 3. Han gets 3 shots. He rolls a hit, a critical, and a focus that he will expend. So, 2 hits. Z95 gets 3 evade dice. And he rolls 1 evade, but he will expend his focus as well, so that's 2 evades. 1 shot goes through on number 26, and he's now down to 1 shield. He is shooting back at Han at range 3. He gets 2 shots, and that's 2 hits. Han guesses 1 with C3PO. And he guesses right, so gets an extra evade there, gets 2 evades. The other Z95 is shooting at Han also at range 3. He gets 2 shots. And that is 1 hit. Han gets 2 evade dice and rolls nothing. 1 shot goes through, and Han is now down to 4 shields. And that's the end of the first round, and Han and the Z95 trade 1 shield damage each, but this is where everyone is positioned, and it's time to get on to the next round. Z95s, these 2 are going 2 straight forwards. These 2 are doing soft banks to the 1 left, and he is doing a soft bank to the 3 left. Everyone has done the movements, and everyone has focused for their actions. Han is doing a hard bank to the 2 right. Han just moves to there, and he focuses for his action. Han is shooting first at the Z95 at range 1. Han gets 4 shots. And he rolls 3 hits. The Z95 gets 2 evade dice. And he will expend his focus to turn that into 1 evade. So 2 shots have gone through. The Z95 now, number 27, is badly wounded. He's down to 1 hull point. The Z95 is going to be shooting back at Han at range 1. The Z95 gets 3 attack dice. He rolls a hit and 2 criticals. Han guesses 0 on C3PO. And he gets nothing, so gets 1 evade. 2 shots go through on Han, and he's now down to 2 shields. This Z95 is shooting at Han just at range 1. He gets 3 attack dice. And he rolls 2 hits. Han gets 1 evade dice, and he rolls 1 evade. Han suffers 1 damage, and he's now down to 1 remaining shield. This Z95 is shooting at Han at range 3. He gets 2 attack dice, and he will expend his focus to turn that into 2 hits. Han gets 1 evade dice, and he rolls a blank. Han loses his last remaining shield and also takes 1 damage, so he's now down to 7 hull points. This Z95 is shooting at Han at range 2. He gets 2 attack dice, and he rolls nothing. At the end of the round, here is where everyone is positioned, and Han took a lot of damage that round. He's lost all his shields now and he's down to just 7 hull points. Z95's, this one in the middle, nearly died. He's down to 1 hull point, but the rest are on full, and Han has all the work to do now. So let's get on to the next round. This Z95 is doing a softbank 1 to the right, both of them. The other guy is doing a softbank 1 to the left. This one here is doing 1 straight forwards, and him over here is doing 4 straight forwards. Everyone has moved, and they're hoping they could take Han out in this round, I think, because they're all focusing and it's getting rather crowded, just like the Soontir game. Han is doing a softbank 2 to the left. Han has bumped straight into this guy right here, so he can't perform an action, and that just means that guy can't shoot basically, and they can't shoot each other. So let's see what happens. Han is shooting at this Z95 at range 1. Han gets 4 shots, and he's going to re-roll that using his ability. So nothing happens. Gunner then kicks in, so Han tries again, and he gets 3 shots this time round. Z95 gets 2 evade dice, and he gets 1 evade and a focus, which he will expend to turn into a second evade. This Z95 takes 1 damage and is now down to 1 shield. This Z95 is shooting back at Han at range 1. The Z95 gets 3 shot dice, and he gets 2 hits. And gets 0 on C3PO, and it is 0, so he gets 1 evade. Another shot goes through, and Han is down to 6 hull points. This Z95 is shooting at Han at range 1, but through a friend. He gets 3 attack dice, and he will expend his focus, turn that into 2 hits. Han gets 2 evade dice, and he rolls 1 evade. Han takes another damage, and he's now down to 5 hull points. This Z95 is shooting at Han at range 2. He gets 2 attack dice, and he gets 2 hits. Han gets 1 evade dice, and he rolls 1 evade. Han takes yet another damage, and he's now down to 4 hull points. This Z95 is shooting at Han at range 2. He gets 2 attack dice. He rolls a hit and a critical. Han gets 1 evade dice, and he rolls 1 evade. 1 critical hit goes through, and Han's down to 3 hull points, but his critical is a major hull breach. Starting the round after you receive this card, all damage cards dealt to you are dealt face up. So he needs to get rid of that really quick. At the end of the round, it's not looking good for Han. He's got a major hull breach and only 3 hull points left. One of the Z95s is down to 1 hull point, the other one is down to 1 shield, and the rest of them are still chugging along on their full 2 shields, 2 hull points. So yeah, I just don't think Han's got the damage output to take them out, but it's all going to change in this round, because not everyone's going to be able to shoot at Han, I don't think. So let's see what happens in the next one. This Z95 is doing a hard 3 left. This one is doing a hard 2 right. He is doing a softbank 2 to the left. He is doing a hard 2 left. And he is also. He's moved to there, not done any actions. He's moved to here and focused. And these guys have all moved to here. And this guy on the outskirts, he hasn't focused, but the rest have. Han is doing a softbank 3 to the right. Moving to there, for his action, he flips the major hull breach down. Han is shooting at this Z95 at range 1. Han gets 4 attack dice. And he rolls 1 hit. Han is using his pilot ability to re-roll, and he gets 2 hits that time. Z95 gets 2 evade dice, and he rolls 1 evade and a focus, so he will expend his focus. Gunner now kicks in, and Han gets 2 criticals and 2 blanks. This would be pure luck if he fails this, so if he gets this rather. So let's see, 2 evade dice, and it's 2 blanks. It was this guy with only 1 hull point left, 2 crits go through, so he is removed from the game. This Z95 is shooting at Han at range 2. He gets 2 attack dice, and he will expend his focus to turn that into 1 hit. Han guesses 0 with C3PO, and he guesses right, so gets his evade. This Z95 is shooting at Han at range 3. He gets 2 attack dice, and he will expend his focus, so that's 1 hit and 1 critical. Han gets 2 evade dice and gets 1 evade. Han receives a critical hit, and it is a direct hit, so he suffers 2 hull damage. Han is now down to 1 hull point. At the end of the round, Han managed to kill off one of the Z95's, but he's now down to 1 hull point thanks to some crack shooting from one of the other ones and getting a direct hit. So yeah, 1 hull point left for Han. I think it's all over basically, but let's see what happens in the next round. This Z95 is doing a soft bank 1 left. He is doing a soft bank 3 right. He is doing a hard bank 2 right. And he is doing a soft bank 3 right. Everyone has moved and everyone has focused except for this guy because he can't really make the outcome of the battle anyway. And those focuses have been really good for these Z95's. Han is doing a hard bank 2 to the right. Moving to there, Han boosted forwards to try and get out as many firing arcs as possible. Han is shooting at this guy at range 1. Han gets 4 attack dice. And he's definitely going to re-roll that. Oh. The Z95 gets 2 evade dice. Has 2 blanks. Z95 must be the luckiest ever, because basically I thought he'd get only 1 shot hit and 2 evade dice to try and evade. He failed both, and so Han's gunner ability can't kick in, and yeah, so he's down to just his 2 hull points, and yeah, it's not looking good for Han. This is Z95 is trying to put Han out of his misery, shooting at range 1. He gets 3 attack dice. He rolls a hit and a critical. And we'll guess 1 on C3PO, because if he doesn't he's dead anyway. And it's a blank. Hitting a critical goes through on Han. I'm not going to bother checking it because it's more than enough damage. And he is just wiped out by the Z95's. So in conclusion for today's battle, Han just hasn't got the amount of shots to deal damage to these guys, nor could he take the shots that they could dish out either. See, unlike Soontir, when they was against them, it looked like Soontir might be challenging and taking them out, but they eventually succumb because of pure luck. Basically, they killed Soontir, and Han unfortunately got wiped out pretty quick there, and the Goliath is taken out. Han has 2 losses now to his name, and he's probably out of the Battle League. Yeah, it's a shocking result. The guy that I thought might actually reclaim his title, he's out, and it looks like it was a thrashing. He got wiped out easily by the 2 T-70 X-wings. These 4 guys here easily took him out. I mean, fair enough, that one guy had a lot of luck then, rolling 2 blanks at the end. Han's gunner ability should have really kicked in then, and bad rolling, dice didn't like it, and Han is ruined. It looks like Han's out of the Battle League for this year anyway, so yeah, the Z95's, they look strong against opponents with hardly any evade dice, but against other opponents like the First Order TIE Fighters. Who knows what will happen with them, so it will be interesting in the future what happens in the knockout stages. But it looks like the Z95's are through. They've got 2 victories to their name now, so yeah, let's see what happens in the next game. Last 4 games of this Battle League are left remaining, so let's see what happens.